You are listening to Claret and Blue, an Aston Villa podcast brought to you by Birmingham Live. Hello and welcome back to episode 22 of the Claret and Blue podcast. I think you can already tell from my own voice listening back that I'm a little bit
when you
sad.
Say welcome back to it sounds as if you're halfway through it.
What do you mean?
Yeah. So when you say welcome back to episode 22,
to the recurring audience,
use a bit of use some kind of punctuate yourself. So welcome back. This is episode 22 of Claret and Blue. Welcome back. This is episode 22 of the Claret and Blue podcast.
There you go.
It's done.
Thank
you.
you.
I go home?
No.
I'd love to go home. So Aston Villa lost the League Cup final at Wembley yesterday.
Break it to us gently, why don't you? I didn't want to watch it. I was waiting to watch the highlight.
Spoiler alert, anyone. What did you think about the game, first of all? Just general thoughts before we get our analysis.
I thought differently at 6 o'clock, 6:15, than I did at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, we're going to get... Can you say torn a new one or not?
I think so. You've said it now, so...
I thought we were going to... I thought it was going to be a repeat of the Villa Park massacre. I actually thought we started quite well for the first 7 or 8 minutes.
On the ropes, didn't we?
Yeah. Bit of intensity about it.
Possession in the first 5 minits or so.
The goals were so cheap to give away. I thought
the first goal was all right.
I thought that's what they did all the time. They tried to overload a target, didn't they, in the left back area, and Foden obviously won man of the match. But that was an outball. That was an outball for them all game. And I don't know. I don't want to dig people out. I think, did El Ghazi give Target enough help? Was Target close enough to Foden himself? I don't. It's details in it.
Yeah.
You know, if we'd have been set up to stop that threat, they'd have just reversed it to the other flank or played through the middle. So, I thought we did all right. I thought we did all right in containing a team who were miles better than us.
Yeah. I think that's a fair analysis, isn't it? That they're very good, we're not that good, and we've not been battered, which is what a lot of people would have thought. And obviously, bookies were massively in favour of Man City. The result is what happened, but I don't think most people would have looked at that game before and said this will end 2-1. Most people would have said 4-5, 6-0 Man City. So what did you think, just generally?
2-0 down after half an hour, I was feeling the worst because there's piling it on then. So I'm thinking, like Matt says, I think it could be 4-5. Just don't embarrass yourselves.
I think as soon as the second goal went in, I went game over. I thought that'd be it then.
Just don't need to give them a leg up. A side like City after half an hour, you fear the worst. But the rally, the dug in there, the new system as well. Not new system, but the old system that was back. For a flat back four, which I think worked really well. Mingles, we call them, don't we?
Yeah.
But they did really well.
Real purple person, any Mingles.
Yeah. Nice. But Matt said that they was target, weren't they? They kept playing side to side, waiting to pull Villa out, and they got the space in, and it was too much to do in the end. Great header by Samatta though.
Yes.
Give us hope at half time.
Yeah.
I love a diving header either.
Classic.
I do love a diving header. Again, before the time of you guys, but when Coventry won the cup back in 1987, that's definitely pre your birth. Is that when were you born?
90.
I've been through this a million times. I don't know how old we are.
We're going to have to bring birth certificates in, I think, just leave them on the table.
Name badges, 1995.
Keith Houchin scored this brilliant diving header for Coventry, and I still love a diving header.
Pure it now, just like flinging yourself at it.
Yeah,
that's it.
I love that.
But I thought it was I'm slightly biased, but it was the best goal of the game, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was.
By far.
Yeah, it was actually.
But and I just thought. Remember when we got battered by Arsenal in the FA Cup final, and I think, were we only 1-0 down against Arsenal at half time?
Yeah.
I think we were.
Yeah, I think so.
But I think they actually owned us from start to finish of the first half and start to finish of the game. At half time, I'd only had 2 cans of cider, so it can't have been the drink talking, but I thought, is that goal significant?
Yeah.
Is that,
You look at the way John Stones fell in stages as well, you think you've got a chance here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
El Ghazi was able to actually wait for him before he decided whether he was going to run to the ball. It's like, is he still going to get a bit of that? No, it's gone.
I thought, like I say, when the second goal went in, I was like, game over. This will be 4-5-0 now. The classic Man City, they'll turn it on and they'll destroy us and we'll be humiliated. And I said, if we can get 2-1 at half time, then maybe we're still in this. And I was sat with Tom and he was like, nah, no chance. He was like, don't be silly.
That wrong call as well for the corner, for God's sake.
Oh no,
What's the point of VAR? Clear and obvious error.
I know.
I know I'm clutching at straws, but
there was no VAR yesterday though, was there?
Yeah, there was, yeah.
Was there?
Yeah.
Was actually?
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure whether the League Cup had it.
Yeah.
So why is that not being checked then?
Don't know.
I'm even more
Jack was
annoyed
filming
now.
with it after, wasn't it?
I thought, we'll see,
Turned out to be the winning goal.
I've not really seen anything post-game so far. I've not seen any of the players' reactions or anything on Twitter or anything we've done even, really.
Thanks for the endorsement. Yeah.
I'm going to go back and check it now. I'm going to plug some stuff.
Well, they've got to defend the corner better, haven't they?
Yeah, they've got to defend the corner better.
Just doing a Q&A there. Mings doesn't man mark. I look back. Gilbert was on Rodri, so there's a bit of a size difference. What Mings does, he marks a zone, a danger zone, so he's the spare man. So he just mops it up, but I thought that's quite strange. Mings man marking the biggest guy.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that.
Is that the first time we've done that?
I haven't noticed it before, but I've just noticed it then. So
record defending set pieces is appalling.
They are, aren't they?
I actually think if you go back to one of the podcasts earlier in the season, it was that Johnny Evans header at Villa Park.
Oh God, yeah.
I think we need to, if you're not having Mings man mark him, have him as an obstacle, have him blocking off.
Yeah.
Let's start being a little bit kind of streetwise and a bit cynical. Speaking of cynical, and I wasn't trying to segue into this, but Aguero walking off the pitch.
Oh.
I mean, that's a mark of respect for Villa, that Villa had kind of got back into the game and had kind of, listen, we still know Man City probably could have turned it up a notch and picked us off at any opportunity. But the fact that they thought that they needed to...
A little bit of time wasting as well with corners and stuff and throw-ins.
I found it was hilarious because Aguero, we know how rapid he could be over kind of 10 or 15 yards. And first of all, he wanted to walk off halfway, didn't he? Yeah. And then he kind of...
We went parallel with the byline.
Argentinian for you.
Yeah. But again, it's...
And even then I thought he's going to come on and try and walk in front of the corner or something.
Yeah, he was going to take the corner. Yeah. But yeah... Had he been booked, Aguero?
I'm not sure. Possibly.
I think he had, and I think Lee Mason thought about sending him off when he was taking so long.
Yeah,
but I think he just crossed the byline just when Mason was going to actually kind of take some action against him. But
Sterling as well. Apparently, he didn't shake Gilbert's end after.
Did he not?
They're right, ding dong, didn't they?
There was definitely some retribution in that one.
Yeah.
There's a bit of that. What was it? The little bit of a thing about the throwing.
He shoved the ball in his stomach, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
There's a little bit.
Then afterwards, Sterling poleaxed him.
Didn't he?
Yeah, there was a little bit early doors in the first, 10, 15 minutes.
There was some of between them as well because Gilbert's got quick in her.
Yeah.
And Sterling was taken aback by his pace. I thought we kept him quiet.
Yeah.
I was glad he got a bit of needle about it on the pitch because I was walking to Wembley and I walked past we were on the coach, we were in the coach park and we walked past the Man City fan zone, which was like it was like songs of praise if the organist forgot to turn up. It was just flat as anything.
A bit of tumbleweed going through.
My nephew, he's 16, he was saying, is this the kind of friendliest cup final ever? There's no grudge, there's no needle. I thought, well, at least on the pitch, we developed some of that. I thought it was a decent game.
Yeah, I did as well.
To watch.
Yeah. Considering that, I think it's because the expectation was so different. I think most people, I was definitely going there thinking if Man City turn it on, we will be humiliated. Yeah. I didn't ever really want to think like that, but if they do turn it on...
Only 8 days ago, they getting the Southampton, shocker.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So
one extreme to the other. If
Man City are on form, it could be 4-0 at half-time and that's the end of that. So if you look at it just as the scoreline and go 2-1, you go, Villa have done all right there. And sometimes the scoreline doesn't reflect how the game goes anyway, but we played well as well. We were all right.
We could have defended the goals better.
That corner thing's annoying though. That's annoyed me, the corner thing. Because, you should be able to defend better, but if the decision is incorrect, we shouldn't have to deal with it anyway. Especially with that's just so annoying.
You're going to have a lot of voodoo dolls of Lee Mason and the Lino now, aren't you?
Yeah.
For all time. We're talking about Sterling clearing out Gilbert. What about when... God, I'm losing my train of thought. When Nakamba...
Great tackle.
Love that.
I thought it was I'm biased obviously, but I thought it was a clean tackle. I thought it was the kind of tackle that. Well, that's what football's about, isn't it?
Yeah.
Game's gone, mate.
It's a contact sport, isn't it? I was saying to you earlier that to me, and I've not seen it back, but it's almost like Lee Mason saw it in split second, thought that's an okay tackle, and out the corner of his eye, in his peripheral vision, he's seen Aguero. Doing the kind of the Argentinian acting on the halfway line or wherever it was, and thought, I better take. Maybe I didn't see that as it was. Maybe he has actually kind of done him. I better take action against him. but it's ridiculous.
Great challenge.
Perfect tackle that was.
Proper challenge.
Got the ball.
Do you know what it reminded me of?
Went through the
Do you
man.
remember
lovely.
when Kieran Clark cleared out
Yeah.
that Leicester? I can't remember who it was
Like
against.
a backflip.
Matt James, I think it was. Yeah.
Was it? I can't remember who
Yeah,
it was.
love
But
that.
yeah,
The top one did like a somersault in the air.
gone straight down the middle of him.
I've seen it back on. I wanted to watch the game back before we did the podcast. It was my original plan. That's not happened. I've seen little.
How was you rolling?
We'll get onto that later.
Okay.
I really wanted to watch it back before speaking about it because I feel like even though you're there, we were up in 5-3-3 or something, so it's bird's eye view. It's a good view, but you don't get the replays and whatever else. But I've seen that challenge on Twitter, and I've seen the corner thing on Twitter. Perfect tackle that from Nakamba. I loved it straight away. I was like, oh, great tackle. Took the man, lovely stuff, and then you're blown up for a foul and a yellow card. Rubbish size.
I'll tell you what else frustrated me, and I won't criticise Villa massively because I think they probably produced 85%, 90% of what they're capable of, and just had to hold their hands up and say they lost to a superior team. There was a time when he'd made the 2 substitutes and we're probably into like 70 minutes of the game, and we were trying to press a bit higher and close down Bravo and close down their centre halves. It worked. We kind of rattled them and unsettled them a little bit, but no sooner we did it, we give them the ball straight back. So we'd done the bit that we'd intended to do of getting the ball, and then you just think, it just frustrated the hell out of me because I was starting to believe that. I'm a 41-year-old man, and I was starting to believe that Aston Villa were going to actually win a trophy. But never mind.
There was a moment straight after half time as well where we pressed the goalkeeper, and we'd been doing it a bit, but we've always talked, didn't we, about it's the second man and the third man. We've not done that, and they did that straight after half time. The second man pressed, then the third, and I was like, oh my god, they've come out here with they're going to fight, and then like you say, they did it again a little bit later. Talk about the substitutions a little bit. We were fully going for it as well. Like you can't sit there and say that we've not kind of tried to take it to them. The last one was debatable. Connor and Trezeguet for El Ghazi and Elmo. Yeah, we'll come back to that. We've made changes to take the game to Man City, and for that last 20 minutes or the last 10.
Last 10 minutes.
I think it worked in terms of changing the intensity and getting some fresh legs on there. I don't know what impact those two players had themselves, but it worked in that sense because he got Villa further up the pitch and there's some freshness about them.
There was a moment where we had a free kick and Jack took it and he just overhit it and went out for a corner. It's those for a goal kick. So those little moments where we had half chances where it's not really half chances.
10 minutes in, we spoke about Engels header yet. So close that one.
Oh yeah. Well, hang on. Let's come back to that because we're jumping all over the place. We'll save that. Our podcast before the game, you called for Gilbert and Elmo both to play, and I was like, nah, don't be stupid.
I did, but it wasn't quite that.
Wasn't the right way around.
Wasn't that way the way that I intended though, was it?
Yeah, I'd have had Gilbert further forward.
And we said that Gilbert
is the one to track back with Sterling's pace, isn't he?
So you've got that match up there.
And Elmo's dangerous cross. He did put one in, didn't he? I think early in the first half.
We were effectively playing with 2 right backs, weren't we? We weren't playing with a right back and a right winger, particularly. But
what did you think of the team when you saw it? Because I didn't see the team again because I was doing bits of filming before the game.
So it was hard to work out. It was 4-5-1, I guess.
I saw our team in the graphic and the list. I was like, oh, Elmo, Gilbert, Grealish.
I was doing that in the head as well.
Is he left wing? Like, what is El Ghazi going to play up front? I don't know.
Grealish hasn't played in centre mid since Arsenal in September.
So I didn't really see it. I didn't see Man City's team at all. I didn't even realise De Bruyne wasn't playing until like 10 minutes in.
Yeah. No, I thought he was still
playing. What's his
Zinchenko?
Yeah. I'm so high up. I was like, it looks like
De Bruyne for the first half an hour.
Number 11 as well, even though I know De Bruyne is 17. Just I thought, oh yeah, it must be De Bruyne. And I was like, oh no, isn't him? He's not playing.
How many beers do you have?
Oh, not even that many. And then when he came on, I was like, oh, I'm scared now. Like now they're bringing De Bruyne on.
Only 7 minutes after the break, Guardiola's thinking, got to get De Bruyne.
Yeah.
So, that's all right.
Talk to me about Engels' header then.
I thought it was in as well. I thought that was the moment.
I know.
And Bravo plucked it out. It was a point blank range save, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't realise it.
Could have gone anywhere. It could have tipped it into the net. Could have gone anywhere. It's just the inside of the post, and it landed to a City player. That was the moment, wasn't it?
6 inches away from it going into the net, and it's 2-2.
Bullet header, 6 yards out. Nearly forcing extra time. That was the moment, wasn't it?
Yeah, I said that was the one chance. We're not going to get another. That was the moment. We're not going to get another one. What did you think of it? Did you think it was in? Where were you sat, by the way? Were you lower to it?
I sat right. I don't know whether I've been stitched up because I've paid good money for my tickets, but I was right up in the guts. It was a great view. You're at Wembley with a cup final for Aston Villa, so I ain't gonna moan about it. But I was, where the Royal Box is, I was level with that.
Yeah,
above that, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the Royal Box, but I was up in the guts. So virtually halfway.
Okay,
really.
we were like level with the corner flag on, so we were looking at the dugout. We were on this side, looking over.
Oh, right, so you weren't closer than the linesman who gave the goal kick, gave the corner then.
No.
Engel said, "Yeah, I thought it was in. I thought it was in." I kind of begged and pleaded. I think I'm not that religious, although my family's religious. Well, my dad is. Dad's a church warden, and I used to be a choir boy. I'll get to the point in a minute, as you know, from the church pews thing of the week. But I actually, for the last 10 minutes, I actually crossed myself like this. I went this. I thought, come on, please. But even the big man up there,
no, couldn't do anything.
Even big Paul McGrath couldn't bring us that divine intervention that we needed.
Talk to me a little bit about Villa's big man, the captain, Jack Grealish.
Yeah.
What did you rate him? What did you give him for your rating?
5, I think.
Yeah, I'd have given him a 5.
Especially with the way Foden turned up as well. I don't like him there, central midfield.
So I wanted him in the centre, is what I saw.
It's always going to be hard against City anyway. You're not going to have the ball, are you? But with him being higher, it just makes City think a bit more then. Do you know what I mean? And he can run at them.
Would it have stretched the game a little bit more if he was playing
left wing? I think so. He could be the out ball, couldn't he?
Yeah.
So if they get the ball deep, where's Grealish? He's up there, find him, and they can run at him and do his damage there. Whereas in the central area, he's just a passenger, isn't he?
The thing is, he affects games more in the centre, or he did.
I know what you mean. There's
he can control the game.
Debate going on between fans now. He's better centrally.
He can control the game better from central midfield, but you don't get a chance to control the game against Man City.
I just think
with
he's
20% possession.
Master. He's the dribbler. You know what I mean? He's a winger.
Even when he did get the ball, he didn't seem to carry it as much as he usually did. There was a couple of moments late in the second half when he was down with cramp or whatever he's doing, he's stretching his calves, or I feel like he was pulling his hamstring at one point. He was holding the back of his leg.
That was a fear for me when I saw him down there. I thought, oh god.
Because you think, well, this final was maybe lost, but if we lose Jack Grealish for the next month, then we're in massive trouble.
It's interesting because I know the goal came from El Ghazi, but listen, we mine O'Neill used to call it Monday morning quarterbacks, I think, when you're all wise after the event. We can all be that. We can all have the benefit of hindsight. But to me, it's down that flank, down that side of the pitch was where Foden did his damage. If Jack Grealish would have been on that on playing out on the left, would Foden have had more? Would he have had to help his fullback?
Yeah,
and help out that way. I don't know.
I think so, wouldn't you?
But I don't think. I don't know. What did you mark El Ghazi?
5.
Did you? So I didn't think El Ghazi.
Good ball in there, wasn't it?
Great. It was a great ball for the goal. But yeah,
it's Man City, isn't it? When you've only had 24% possession or something, you've got such fleeting moments of having the ball. It's difficult to put anything together.
And who's the one to make them count?
But like you said, if Jack's not going to control the ball because we're not going to have the ball, like you said, if it's a long ball up from Tara Mings and we just pump it down the left wing and we get work
when he got the ball, he was 80 yards from their goal, so they'll be happy for him to be there.
Yeah, true. I felt a few times that Man City were playing in front of us a lot. I'd say they had a lot of the ball. We had a solid back four. Obviously, you can see it from up high. So watching.
Yeah, he tried to do that. He tried to kind of. Whereas before at Villa Park, they did try and kind of half them pressed and half them sat, and they just picked us off. I think we found our moment. The plan was let's just make ourselves rigid and kind of defend deeper and make him play through us. And it worked to all intents and purposes. We're still 2-0 down after half an hour.
But it could have been 4 or 5 on another day, couldn't it? Like the home game. So it kind of did work as best as we could.
I think from talking about Jack Grealish, I think we demand a lot from this lad.
Yeah, standards are high, aren't they?
We ask a lot all the time, and perhaps it was the wrong time for him to give a 5 out of 10 performance rather than his usual 8, 9 out of 10. But I can guarantee between now and the end of the season, he'll be giving more 8s and 9s out of 10s than he will 5s. So I think it's harsh to. Well, I don't think people would have dug him out particularly, because I think people on the whole recognise what he brings and what he brings in terms of talent, in terms of leadership. I feel for him.
Yeah, I do as well.
To be honest, because who knows what will happen, whether Villa stay in the Premier League, whether Villa get relegated, whether Jack stays if we stay up, whether... I think it was possibly, albeit against the mighty Manchester City, it probably was his best chance to win.
His reaction was telling him, wasn't it?
To win a trophy.
Yeah, he didn't get up off the floor for ages.
To win a trophy for us.
It's a shame. It is a shame.
But having said that, nobody's played at Wembley for Villa more times than him. He has seen us win. You know, he's played at Wembley. Would he have played at Wembley 5 times now then?
Yeah, I
think so.
And he's won twice. He absolutely shone against Liverpool when he won in that semi-final. He's won there against Derby in the match that got Villa back in the Premier League. So I feel sorry for him, but to a point. I wouldn't mind captaining Aston Villa, having a haircut like that. You know, I've probably got calf muscles similar to him, to be honest, but I ain't going to show you them. It ain't bad being Jack Grealish, is it?
Yeah.
No. It's not a bad life, and he's a great kid from a great family as well. So, you know, I don't think Jack could ever be accused of letting anybody at Villa down.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
I feel more for him.
Yeah.
But
we've said in the past, haven't we, a 6 or 7 out of 10 Jack Grealish is still our best player a lot of the times because his standards are so high. But yesterday it was just one of those ones where it just wasn't meant to be. It's not his fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just, that's what happens, isn't it? Like you said, there's 10, 11 games left, whatever it is. If we're to survive, he will be a massive part of us surviving. So we're not going to sit here and dig out the main man. Also, I saw him after the game. Didn't speak to him. Walking up to the train station and he ran past us in a suit, running towards Wembley Way. I was like, that was Jack Grealish.
Yeah, you might want to just...
cramp?
I'm going to say you might want to...
No, he's having a lovely little sprint.
You should be careful, Jack. You know, we all want to make sure that we're not on the last train home, but...
We definitely do. But yeah, no injuries there. He's having a nice little run down.
That's good news.
In his nice little suit, hair flopping everywhere. I was like, yeah, that's definitely Jack Grealish.
Sure it wasn't me?
Nah, definitely nah. I'd have recognised the difference.
Yeah.
So disappointing, but kind of better than anticipated. Is that fair?
Did you have a good day as fans?
Yeah.
Good day?
It was good, yeah.
While he was grafting. You were working, to be fair.
I was working as well.
Point.
Should we talk about our days then? Because as much as it's easy to sit here and talk about the football match, and I think we've pretty much covered...
Yeah, well, we don't really talk about football that much, do we? We've gone quite deep into
We've done 20 minutes of football, which for our podcast is...
We'll chop some of that out.
Yeah. Wembley and things like this are about experiences, aren't they? It's about the day, and as much as it's not, you go there for a day out and a drink and the rest of it, it is something you'll look back on regardless of the result. So
100%.
what were our days like? Talk me through how your day. What was
I went down the coach. I went down the coach from Halsey bus station with the, I think it's called the big green coach company or the little green coach company. Now, on all my documentation, it said the bus will arrive or the coach will arrive at platform at stop A or whatever it was. There's not a stand A at Hales Owen bus station.
There is.
There's not. Where is it?
It's the one furthest down toward closest to the church, I think.
No, it should be. That's where B is.
Oh.
And H is at the other end.
Oh, is it not? There's
not actually a stand A. So we're all standing where we think it should be. What's that? I made this joke to my son 2 or 3 times. So and he was grown natty. What's that one in Harry Potter? Is it platform 13?
9 3/4.
9 3. It was like that. So I was almost going to get a trolley and run through the wall, you know.
From Asda.
Going to ram raid the bloody pizza shop on the end of the thing. But yeah, so we got on. It was quite subdued, to be honest.
Was it? I thought Wembley was quite quiet.
Yeah, it was quite flat on the way there. Bumped into a fellow I know outside, not far from Wembley Way. Gave me a couple of cans of... I'm not a cider drinker, but, you know, somebody's going to give them to you.
Yeah.
We didn't get there till 2 o'clock. So by the time you've had a quick drink and got yourself in the stadium and had a burger for £7.50.
Oh, mate, the prices. I'll come to the prices.
It was different. My Wembley experience probably have been either working it or absolutely kind of battered on the lash.
Yeah.
So it was a kind of different experience with a family vibe. But I was kind of bumped into a few people I know and a couple of hugs exchanged and kind of high fives and thinking...
Ignored my phone call for a meeting though, didn't you?
Say again?
Ignored my phone call for a meeting though, didn't you?
I think I was buying my nephew a vegan burger at the time. Okay. Did you see the picture that I shared of that?
Yeah, it was red, wasn't it?
Got a red bap on it. Bizarre.
Strange.
What are you asking me? Bumped into a fellow I know in the gents. So we're trying to have a conversation there.
Oh, good.
And he was still waiting to have his go. And I'd had my go. And he come over and went to shake my hand. I was like, mate. this is how coronavirus spreads, mate.
Yeah.
Bogs are about 8 people deep.
Yeah.
I don't mean 8 people deep.
It's bodies on the floor.
Like that. I got a snorkel. I mean, it was mad. But
Someone asked me for my photo in the toilet in Box Park.
did they?
Somebody that recognised me was like, oh, can we have a photo? And I was like, well, do you really want to do it in here? Didn't you want to go? No, it's fine. We'll just get the tiles in the background.
But you weren't even in the toilet when you bumped into him, were you? You're outside.
Clever.
I thought, in terms of the fans inside the stadium, I thought that we were a little bit stunned into silence when we went 2-0 down.
Yeah.
But I thought that other than that, I think that the Villa fans kind of won the battle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Won the
Not
battle
hard, is it?
of the atmosphere. I mean, they didn't make any noise at all until they scored.
Yeah.
That was all leaving, weren't they, as well? Before the end.
Well, I stayed quite late, but I've seen people on Twitter say I left just after full time, a few minutes after, and there was Man City fans walking around well before the trophy would have been given out.
Yeah.
That happened in 2010 when we played Man United.
Yeah.
We left pretty much straight
Yeah,
away.
horrible to get to that
You're walking
stage,
past
isn't
Man
it?
United
I know,
fans,
yeah.
and it's like, get a life, man. You can't even stay to watch your team lift the trophy.
When does winning trophies grow boring?
Well, they've won 3 in a row, haven't they now, Man City? We've not won it for
so.
24 years, and they've won that specific trophy 3 in a year.
So I
No,
bumped into I was chatting to a Man City fan outside Wembley, and he got a southern accent, and I said, "Oh, you?" I said, "That's a strange kind of a strange accent you've got for somebody from Manchester." And he was saying, "No, I'm genuinely, I went to university back there and stuff like that." And so this is another crap. This is just leading to another crap dad joke. It's probably the highlight of the day. And I said, "Oh, where are you from?" And he said, "Oh, I'm from Margate." And so my lad's mate who was with me said, "Oh, where's?" He said to me afterwards. He said, "Where's Margate?" I said, "Oh, it's the end of my drive."
terrible.
He liked it, mate.
Did he?
He liked it, yeah. So,
Different target audience, isn't it? We've barely chuckled between us there.
I thought it was good.
Did you see the thing at half time? The half time, you were probably having swanky food,
Crystal
weren't you?
Palace fan?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
seen
you still there for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
We did like a half time game, whatever. And it's we got a Villa fan and we got a Man City fan. Here's the Villa fan in his shirt. Villa fan, I assume. Yeah. Where are you from? I don't know.
Perry Bar.
Perry Bar. Yeah. Man City fan here. Where are you from? Oh, I'm actually a Crystal Palace fan. I'm from South London. But,
won a competition,
but I've moved to Manchester or something. It's like, if that doesn't sum up like what the two fan bases are, I don't know what does. Very,
What
very
was the
strange.
competition? What did they have to do?
I don't know, just some put a ball in a net and then won a PlayStation or something.
I missed it.
I don't know, I think the Villa fan won. Don't know. It's the only time we get to sit down, isn't it? Half time. Stretch, have a bit of rest of your legs.
To go for a win to do some handshakes.
What about your day then, Ash? Working for the first time at Wembley?
Yeah, it's fine. I went down with 4 of us in the team, Birmingham Live team yesterday. It worked really well. All the lads kept asking me, "All right, Ash, be quiet."
Nervous.
Oh, I was obviously nervous, but I always am match days when I cover Villa because I want to get it right, and I'm not comfortable unless I've followed all my stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm panicking all day. I'm a bit quiet. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really. I'm enjoying the day. I was down Wembley Way speaking to loads of people, and then I just I turn my game face on or something like that. I just want to make sure it's all right and I'm not panicking, make sure the Wi-Fi is sorted.
Yeah.
I get myself in a panic. But yeah, great day, as you say. 4 of us did it, covered everything. Smoked Smith afterwards as well. He was in buoyant mood, as he should be. Yeah, yeah. I loved that order at the end.
Yeah, I was still there when that
all
was
the
going on.
imagination, all the scenes, wasn't it?
There was a nice TV shot of it with the spider cam
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
from above. Again, I've only seen it on Twitter. What do you think he was saying?
Well, he's just
Has he said what he said?
You got to. I think he said you set the standard now. You got to do this every week.
Yeah.
You can't afford to dip under that bar you've set. So we'll see now next Monday against Leicester what they got. Usually, I think we beat Norwich on Boxing Day, lost to Watford, then Bournemouth. We beat Watford, beat Leicester, then lost to Bournemouth. It's just play well against Spurs, then the Southampton performance comes in straight away. So it's a running theme. So hopefully they buck that trend and kick on from here. Could be a spark of a little mini revival. You'd hope.
Yeah.
Going toe to toe with Man City.
We've got no choice, have we? We've got to start doing that.
Last weekend's result. Well, the weekend's results are dreadful, weren't they?
Watford and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Who'd have thought it?
Norwich winning as well.
Yeah.
So I think on Saturday when Watford beat
I'm just gonna
Liverpool
flip through this.
and Owls are in town.
They beat, didn't they beat Barnet?
Yeah, when they beat Barnet, you wonder if I wondered then if all the kind of shocks had already been used up.
Yeah.
But Ash is right that it's maintaining this performance level because these players have shown that when they are at the best, they can compete with the top end of the Premier League. But they've got this really, really frustrating habit of producing their best performances against the top teams, still losing,
still getting nothing,
still losing.
That's right.
And then by the time they reach lesser teams or more equal teams, they can't sustain that level again.
Yeah.
You'd almost be better off getting battered by the big teams and then saving your best for the games where you got a chance of winning. But I know football doesn't work like that. But
we've got a lot of big teams to play, haven't we? So if you think we're always going to have to raise our game anyway, if we can just about get over the line this time.
Leicester, Chelsea, Newcastle next to it.
Man United, Arsenal.
So he said after he's trying to be a psychologist, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, because you just don't understand how players' mental stuff works. So...
Well,
to put in
slightly worried by that.
Well, I think so. You just don't understand, does he? Because Southampton was dreadful, and then he's given him a rollick and they've responded. They probably just, I don't know.
I'm just picturing him now with this kind of couch next to him.
Yeah.
And,
Jack Grealish lying there.
Come and sit down.
Douglas Luiz, tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about your father. All these kind of deep lying issues. The huddle was a really nice touch.
Yeah,
I think.
I saw somebody reply to it on Twitter. I think it was a opposition fan saying, "Oh, he's only doing this for the cameras. Why couldn't he have done it in the dressing room?" So, bore off, mate. That was Pep doing it. Everyone would be loving it, wouldn't they? Oh, look at Pep.
Of course,
what a great man manager.
Yeah.
Dean Smith's not allowed though, apparently.
Yeah, there has been a fair bit of banter and hilarity from our rivals.
Let them do it. We'd do it the same way, wouldn't we? I mean, we were singing about Birmingham for half the day, weren't we?
Well, you might have been.
I wasn't.
I was drinking cider and buying veggie burgers. It's horrible because I remember with the old days when you could lose cup finals without having it play out so publicly by everybody else gloating.
Yeah,
kind of half expect if Villa would have put any kind of early phone call into the council for an open top bus parade. You half expect kind of Blues and Albion to just take that over now and to go and parade the fact that they're happy that Villa didn't win a trophy. But yeah, I need to rise above it, to be honest. Just shut up and live so loud is basically the message, I think.
They're allowed to do it on that. That's what football's about, isn't it? Taking the mick out of your opposition. Doesn't really bother me. Do what they want. Yeah.
Go on in. What was your day like?
Weird. Really weird. Because I wasn't really... I fell into working, but also being there as a fan and not really doing either properly. If that makes sense.
I think you probably did the fan stuff better than the working, if I'm being honest. But
Well, yeah, because I've not really done any work. We'd managed. So we were all going down kind of together. Dan, Tom, all the usual faces, partners, stuff like that. And I got a phone call. I got a text in the morning that Dan's wife was ill, so she couldn't make it. So there was a spare ticket, which obviously had like gold dust. So I said to my girlfriend, "I know it's your mum's birthday, and you've got to get your
mum's birthday. Does she want to come and watch Villa at Wembley?"
Happy birthday! You've got to get yourself down to London like in the next hour. But if you can make it, there's a ticket here with your name on it. So that was all mental to try and arrange that last minute.
So what you do? Well, helicopter then, or what? How'd you manage that?
Because they've got these direct from Birmingham to Wembley Stadium trains yesterday.
Oh, right.
So obviously she lives Birmingham way. So it's like if you get yourself into Birmingham, get yourself on a train, you'll get into Wembley at like 2:00 something. I'll meet you down there. Go and get tickets off other people and swap around and stuff. Because I was sat with my dad and my granddad, but obviously she was with Tom. So I was like, well, we'll swap and we'll go together and you sit with my dad, and very, very strange. So, but I'm also working as well, trying to get some footage before and after. So I'm running around everywhere with a camera, but also trying to have a few drinks.
So with tickets out
with girlfriend, friends, family.
Oh man!
So
who says men can't multitask?
Yeah, I'm spinning so many plates. I checked yesterday. I said to my mate, he's got an Apple Watch, and he's like, "Oh, I did like 8,000 steps yesterday." And I was like, "I did like 20,000." I just did not stop walking. I'm not carrying people around with me. Like, I've just got to go and do this. Got to do this. Got to go and fetch this. The guy who had my tickets, who I was swapping seats with, was in Box Park, which is obviously sold out. So I'm walking down to Box Park, and we've got a name on. We got 3 names down, I think, for Birmingham Miles if we wanted to go in as press. So I get there, and I was like, "Oh, I've got my name's down on the list to come through, but I've got my girlfriend with me. Can she come with me? Like, I'm going to leave her outside while I go in here and have a drink, basically, do some work." And he was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I said, and he's like, "I'll just go and check." And this guy went away with an earpiece in for like 10 minutes and was like, "Oh yeah, well, you're on the list, but we can't let you in until people start leaving because it's so busy in there." And I was like, "What's the point of having a list if we can't even get in?" And then Sean Wright Phillips walks past And he just gets to go in.
He probably went under the bouncer's legs though.
Yeah. He went straight in. And,
I love that, by the way, that we bring out the legendary Brian Little, who's won the competition as a player and as a whatever he is, a manager. And then they've got Sean Wright Phillips.
Yeah. So he walked through and I was like,
Vincent Company couldn't be asked.
I'm on the list, but I have to wait. Sean Wright Phillips is on the list, but he gets to go straight through. Typical. Do they not know who I am?
It's one rule for Birmingham Live multimedia producers, and it's another rule for kind of
ex-footballers
for diminutive Manchester City players.
I know. It's not on, is it? It's not on.
Unbelievable.
So eventually, like 20 people leave. So we're kind of, there's people stood, like fans who'd paid for a ticket, going, well, we've actually paid to go in. Like, can we go in? And he's like, yeah, well, people are left now, so you can go in. Anyway, we got in, swapped my tickets. This is a massively long-winded story, by the way, but got time to fill out with. So swapped my tickets. I'm trying to get pieces of film as well. I don't really know what the video is yet. Obviously, it's not out. I've not worked on it. I've not started it. But the idea was kind of, well, even if Villa lose, our fans are still quite good. Yeah. We'll do a kind of happy... Villa fans had a nice day out.
There's no rush, mate. I mean, I don't know when the competition kicks off again next season. It's normally about August time, is it? So just chill out, mate.
We'll post it for the start of the next competition. So I got my laptop and everything. I thought, maybe I'll edit on the train if we win, and I'll be all over it. I haven't started. Anyway, after the game though, and during the game, our fans weren't as good as I thought they were going to be. So I thought they were good, but like you said, when it went 2-0, it's kind of like a resigned, okay, we're probably going to lose here. So it kind of got quite down. When we scored, it did get a little bit better, and we were good. But after the game, I thought, if we do get battered, people will still have a sing-song. There'll be footage in the train stations and all that. When we left, people just like walking off in silence. And I'm like trying to film it, and I'm thinking, well, this is rubbish anyway. Like, this is pointless. Like, it looks rubbish. I'm not going to sweat too much over getting stuff. So I just went to Box Park and had a few drinks, and they'd put Sweet Caroline or whatever, and people had a bit of a dance, stepping in beer and stuff. So I got a few bits in there. And I was like, I'm just going to put my camera away now and enjoy the night.
Is this a confession that you've not done the great
It's deal? Basically a meeting about work to say, I've not really done much.
I'm sorry, but I've got a great plan to make up for it.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Kind of, yeah. I'm just going to wing it, basically.
So there's Ash, who's got his game face on.
Sweating over the Wi-Fi.
Super anxious because he wants to do his good job. And then there's you who's thinking, unbelievable.
Disappointing, isn't it?
But we should have got barred out.
He's rubbish with a camera. But yeah, it was like we're trying to like think, we'll get fans to speak after the game and stuff. And it's just like no one wants to.
Can't force it.
Our coach on the way back was as flat as. Well, can you still say as flat as the witches did?
Just have.
You have again? Yeah, you've said it. I think I might have to bleep that.
Is that actually a thing? The witches are flat. Have you heard that phrase before?
No.
I'd have said flat as a pancake.
Yeah, can you bleep over that like you had to with the half and half scarf video the other day?
Yeah.
It was really, really flat on the way back. But what do you expect? Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We're all knackered, aren't we? We all want to get home. You're making enough to bleep the witches.
I have. It's difficult. I don't want to be that guy either. Everyone's having a drink and I'm standing there going, what do you think of the game, mate? And they're going to go, yeah, we lost, we got unlucky, blah, blah. It's like, I'm not bothered about watching that as a video, so I'm not bothered about making it, if that makes sense. I'm not interested enough to even make it, so how can I force people to go, I've made this great video that I'm not really that bothered with. So we'll do something.
Okay, mate, you're forgiving your excuse.
Yeah, I just wanted to get it off my chest, basically.
We'll just knock a day off your day's out.
Oh, mate, I'll tell you what, while we're talking about work, I can't wait for a day off. I need to get that sorted.
That's Saturday off?
No, I didn't have Saturday off.
You did? That was your day off?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that was both of our days off.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, go on.
So on Saturday, got pulled into work by you.
It was your idea, wasn't it?
It was my,
did he do well enough?
It did well enough for me to claim it as my idea,
yeah.
So we did this half and half scarf thing, and we thought, we'll probably spend an hour to make this quick video. You picked me up at 12:30, and I was going out on the Saturday night as well, so it's like I need to be finished by 5ish really. Yeah. And we're still there at 7:30. Well, I'm still there at 7:30, you've gone.
Hang on, don't make it sound like I'm tossing it off. I was supposed to go and get to Sainsbury's in Blackheath to do the shop.
Did you not do it?
No, we had to have a really big bucket of KFC chicken, didn't we?
Oh, how annoying.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah, anyway, so you've gone, so I had to finish it off. I'm still working on this stupid video, but like, it's classic, well, me at least, to over produce it. We could have done that video a lot simpler than we did, but once we'd started it, we got a bit carried away and had to
rein ourselves back in though, didn't we?
Yeah, just about.
To a point.
Just about when we're.
Are you going to put the video into this?
Yeah, so it went on Twitter. We'll put the video in here. again, so I'll make a note of it, of the ultimate half and half scarf, the only scarf that you should need as a Villa fan. Why would you want a Man City scarf? I took it to Wembley. I was going to get a picture, but I forgot. So there's a promise that I also couldn't keep. So I wanted to hold it up. I was like, oh, I've got the best half and half scarf, but I forgot.
Well, listen, I know we do these things to indulge ourselves rather
basically.
than our audience. But I thought it came across all right.
People liked it.
So
Who sewed it?
Oh, you can explain that.
yeah, friend of the family. So Villa fans, fortunately, so they kind of understood why we were kind of messing around in their house for an hour and a half.
I know, yeah, silly, isn't
A
it?
big pair of scissors
On a
and some
Saturday.
Claret thread.
On a Saturday, on my day off, by the way.
Well, it was actually my day off
I know.
as well.
Yeah, you take the time back at some point. You can have it.
Thanks.
Yeah, so yeah, this stupid video, the ultimate half and half scarf that turned out pretty well. Got my dog involved, threw a scarf into a tree. Just normal Saturday things.
It's like, you know, you can imagine kind of, I don't know, one of the great film directors like a Spielberg or a Tarantino or something kind of trying to get this. No, you've thrown it into the puddle wrong. You've thrown it
That's
all
what
wrong.
it was like. I don't know if the sound on the stuff we recorded, I wonder if any of the raw files were like, oh no, can you do that take again? It didn't splash enough or whatever.
I was saying if it had banged on Twitter,
Yeah.
like we'd have hoped, we would have done the kind of the director's cut, the making of.
Well, we
wouldn't we?
basically just done it.
But anyway, you can stick the video. You're going to stick the video in. aren't you?
Yeah, we'll put it in here and people can have a little laugh and a joke. You liked it, didn't you? You said.
Yeah, it's all right.
He's got his
don't know
game-
if it's worth 8 hours.
No,
he's
it
got
really
his
wasn't.
game face on, mate.
It
He
really
really
wasn't.
was really excited about it. He's just playing it cool.
I edited it on the train on the way into town, sending it to Kira and saying, can you put this on Twitter for me, please? Because I've got no Wi-Fi. Yeah, silly.
Can we just have a quick moment talking about why we've changed around the order? In
I don't know
terms
why
of
we
Ash
have.
over there, me over here. Because I feel,
Do you feel weird?
I don't know. I've got a funny nose, but I don't know whether it looks better in profile from that side or from this side.
I've got the Kaisley Ken, so I'm holding that today.
Put the answer in the comments down below
Sure.
whether Matt's nose looks better on this side or this side.
Yeah. Well, I don't listen. If you're not happy with it, I don't want any of you to come and rearrange it. Saw enough of that leaving Wembley the other day. People's noses being rearranged. But,
I
so
don't want to talk about that.
No.
Lots of silly scenes
No,
at the end.
the ugly side of football. The violence, I mean, not me. The ugly side of the ugly side of football. So.
Yeah, so let's just a round up then, because we're hitting 45 minutes. The game, pretty proud, I would say, is a good word.
Yeah, but to me,
of
it's
the
what
boys.
we do with that performance
Yeah.
and how we kind of. It was a weekend where we lost the cup final and we finally slipped below that dotted line. Into
Yeah.
the bottom three. So what do we do to address it?
And we also
so
play last in the next
that
round of fixtures.
When we look at this season as a whole, in a couple of months' time, we can say, brilliant, got a day out in Wembley, and we've kind of given ourselves a Premier League platform to build on. So how do we get to that point now? Yeah, brilliant, we have had the day out at Wembley, now it's doing part 2 of that. What's your thoughts, Ash, in what needs to be the catalyst to get us over the line?
Win games at home. Home form's key now for me. We've all seen what Villa Park can be like.
So what we're talking? We're talking Chelsea, Man United,
Arsenal.
Arsenal, Palace,
Everton,
and we played Everton away, didn't we?
Is that it? Newcastle? No? I think there's 5 left at home, but I don't know what the other one
It's
is.
the usual thing of exposing our lack of knowledge. But yeah, so you reckon the home form?
Home form and pick up the odd point away if you can. So
What's the latest with McGinn? Because I think, to me, I don't want to place too much pressure on the lad's shoulders, but to me, if he can come in and provide the energy, provide the goal threat, if you like, that bit of creativity and give Jack that little bit of support.
unreal. Shiny, man.
I think, is there a kind of estimated time of arrival?
He was proper down in the dumps apparently last week because the news hit him hard because Dean obviously broke the news to him. He's just missing out. Obviously not ready yet. He took it to heart. He genuinely thought he could have played.
I wouldn't have been surprised if he was on the bench
Yeah, he thought he
for
could
a
have done.
5-minute cameo.
It's just fractured ankle. Ankles especially. It's not worth the risk. So
Yeah.
I think he could be on the bench Monday. They've got a 23 game tonight. He could be playing in that for minutes against Reading at Bodymoor. But Smith said it's either Leicester or Chelsea he's back for. So
That's great news, to be fair.
Yeah,
Huge,
he's-
innit?
You know, I've been clutching for a positive, and
there it is.
You know,
Davies back as well.
Well,
so,
you've got Mings and Engels.
yeah.
Is what I would go back to now, I think.
Yeah.
McGinn and Jack coming back. Or Jack, obviously still here, but back to his best
together,
from now
yeah.
on. Yeah, back together. Samatta is scoring goals.
You need a goal scorer when you're down the bottom, and he looks a goal scorer. And he didn't have a sniff yesterday, really.
Yeah.
The one chance he had, he put it away, didn't he?
Yeah, and then like you say, Davis there as well. So there's reasons for optimism. We just need
100%.
that 2 or 3 wins in the next month or so to then have the final month of the
McGinn's going to save the season, isn't he? I can see it.
I think so. I hope so.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
He's got to, hasn't he?
He's maybe chomping at the bit now.
Yeah, I think he'll relish that, to be honest.
How many games did he miss? 15? Something like that?
When was it? He got injured.
Before Christmas?
Can't even
I
remember
think
what
it
game
works
it was.
out 13 or 14 games he'd miss. It's a lot, third of the season, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a cliche, but it is like having a new sign. If somebody said you could go and sign this kind of all action, super duper kind of
For the last 10 games.
kind of Duracell bunny midfielder who can do the graft at both ends of the pitch, but has also got quality.
And goals.
But you can sign him outside of the transfer window. You can sign him at the start of March, the middle of March. I mean, listen, I think might have to give the lad a week or 10 days grace before we expect him. He was flagging a bit before he got crocked, wasn't he? So we might need to kind of ease him in. Well, not ease him out, stick him in straight from day one, but kind of
not expect big things straight away.
If he comes back with a 6 out of 10 performance, give him 6.5 Ash or 7. But yeah, let's hope that is the. I think that's actually left me feeling quite upbeat. The fact that you've spoken about the potential defensive partnership, you've spoken about Davies and Samatta is. Would he try them as a pair at any time? If not, he's got the option to put one in if one's out of form, if one's tired, and we've got a kind of in midfield. I think Nakamba's decent. I think Douglas Luiz is decent. Do I think they're great as a pair? I'm not quite sure, to be honest. So I think we've just outlined there all areas of the pitch where Villa have some, even if they're little slithers, have reasons to be cheerful. And having lost the cup final, and having had to spend £7.50 on a red bapped veggie burger, I think those are positives. I think it's as good as we're going to get, to be honest.
Prices down at Wembley, by the way. What a joke.
The worst thing,
£8.50 for 2 Cokes.
Well, the worst thing was we went to the bloody till that was card only, didn't it? So my lad's mate had been given some pocket money from his dad to spend. Couldn't do it because he
couldn't afford anything.
He hadn't got a card.
Gave him 20 quid, couldn't buy
my
it.
dad had been to the hole in the wall because he's old fashioned and bought cash. He couldn't get anything because he, I think he got his guy. Actually, he's done me over that one. He could have cleared quite easily done it. My lad and my nephew. So it's cost me about 40 quid. I think it cost me 40 quid for 5 burgers, and one of them ain't got meat in. So
ridiculous.
But, I'll be posting out the invoices, mate. Don't worry, I'll be clawing that back. What was Wembley food like? Finally, was
we
it all
had
right?
Curry. I like my curries. It was all right. The best it was the samosas and the bhaji were good. So we had that.
Nice.
We had like it's supposed to be a naan bread, but it was like a top of a pie casing. It's like I don't know what it was to dip into your curry, but it was all right. I didn't have an half-time pie, so I just had a curry and a Coke.
What's your favourite Indian starter?
I like the red chicken tikka stuff.
Yeah.
Sheikh kebab I like.
Yeah,
So
nice.
I'm keep it simple. It's like just a bhaji or a samosa. But I prefer them cold. I do samosas.
Yeah, I do as well.
That's weird.
Wait, it can't be weird, can it? If 2 out of 3 prefer them that way, you're the weird one, aren't you? You freak.
Didn't come in to be attacked this morning. I think that pretty much does it, doesn't it? Really, we had a nice day out. Good atmosphere for the most part. Decent game. It's just a shame we didn't see some claret and blue ribbons on that trophy.
John McGinn cold samosas.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's
Reason to be cheerful.
That's the podcast title.
Tweeted last night, my ham cobs were still where I left them on
I've
the
seen
coach.
that, but
Really?
I'd be buzzing. I would.
So I put a bit of foil. Might have gone a bit mouldy and a bit.
Oh, you got them here today?
No, I mean from last night. They didn't last long when I got back on the coach.
I think I only saved them for today.
Yeah.
I've not eaten anything for ages, I haven't just realised. I don't think I've eaten since yesterday morning. That's bad, isn't it? No wonder I feel so terrible.
Should we wrap it up there and get some food?
Can I go home? I've had a late night. The trains were horrible.
Let's have a half an hour meeting about your output from yesterday first, and then we'll decide then whether you can go home. Okay?
Permanently.
Okay. We'll let you know in the comments about how it goes with Dan and his...
When it's just you two doing the podcast next week.
That's it, yeah.
On a phone.
What we put there instead of you?
Don't know.
Could put the half and half scarf there, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Your spirit will live on. Anyway, I'm done here.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not done. I thought so.
Yeah. So thank you very much for tuning in. Our Wembley content is now done and dusted. Not going to mention it again.
No, you've still got to edit that one piece.
Oh yeah, God, yeah. So yeah, I don't know what even that's going to be, to be honest. Maybe I'll just delete all the files.
It'll be a snapshot of the day.
Yeah, just a little bit of story of the day. Yeah, so thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back next week for... Actually, we play Monday, don't we?
Play Monday.
Be Tuesday, right?
Podcast on Tuesday morning then. So we'll be talking about us smashing Leicester to pieces and our fight to survival.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Do you want to dig out a bonus one later in the week or not?
Nah. I want some time off. Do you want to do a bonus? About what?
Just go Big Bronze House again.
Yeah, for a cuppa.
Yeah.
I just wish I could bottle your work ethic.
Mate, I've worked 7 days in a row. I think that's illegal.
Well, I thought we established that yesterday you didn't do any work. So there's your day off.
Then I haven't got to make a video then, have I? I wasn't working yesterday. Oh,
I'm staying out of this.
You have, haven't you? You're working today?
Yeah, so what am I going to shoot?
Well, you're going to find yourself pretty shot the way you're going, mate. Anyway, thanks, good night.
Thank you for listening to Claret and Blue and Aston Villa podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, then please do let us know. We love hearing your thoughts and comments. We'll be back soon with another episode. Until then, up the Villa.